program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. AMP2.tv presents Tell Us Your Business, where you're invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on AMP2.tv. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
Good evening, South Florida. I'm Yolanda Santana, and welcome to Tell Us Your Biz. I am an IT professional with over 15 years of experience, and I'm an account executive with NetSense. Today, my special guest is Charles Miller, a professional clothier. Hi, Charles. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us.
Of course. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's fantastic. So, tell us about your business.
To begin with, the history of Tom James, in a nutshell, we were established in 1966 in Nashville, Tennessee, and over the last 50 years, we've grown to more than 100 offices over 4 continents. So it's pretty astounding with the growth and what we have to offer for the community, and not only the community, but clothing in general.
Okay.
So.
That's fantastic. I've never heard of Tom James before. How long have you been doing this?
I'm actually new, very new, in terms of a little over 3 months. So within my first year, and I really enjoy it. So,
congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, so how long have you been in fashion?
In fashion, well, I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, and I interned with this company in the Baltimore office. And from there, I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and just hopped right into it, both feet.
So what turned you on to fashion? I mean, have you been doing it all your life? Parents were in fashion and clothing. What got you into it?
So what got me into it personally is the company and them building the people. So that's what really drew me in.
This
basically.
company?
Yes, this company in particular. So
Okay. Did you go to school for it?
I went to school for communications and minor in actually public relations. So
That's different.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Then you just changed around, and now you're actually altering clothing.
I am, yeah.
That's.
I really the main reason I got into it is I really enjoy people and the relationship side of things, and growing from there. So
Okay.
yeah.
Fantastic. Where do you see yourself? I mean, I don't know how custom clothing works. Where do you see yourself in 5 years with the company? Like, what is the projection?
The projection, the actual company is on track to become a $1.2 billion company by the year 2020. So that's obviously a lot of suits, shirts, and casual clothes. But with me personally, I would obviously love to continue to do this as the career progresses and just grow tremendously within the community locally. So.
Okay, fantastic. Did the company send you down here, or were you from South? Well, did they send you down here?
No, I actually researched into it because I wanted to do something completely different in terms of outside of state, because I really believe in life begins outside your comfort zone. So I wanted to expand in terms of really not knowing and learning on the fly. So that was the whole one of the main reasons I moved down here. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of guts.
It does, but it makes you really realize and just continue to grow in different ways that you really wouldn't if you were inside your original comfort zone. So.
Right. So then you don't have any family down here or anything?
I actually have an aunt, uncle, and 2 cousins.
Okay.
So
good.
I visit them sometimes on the weekends. But other than that, no one else.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, it's good. It's a start.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be down here. I mean,
I love the weather.
You're in Boca.
I am.
And that's where the office is, right on Palmetto.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not far from here.
So what is your typical clientele?
My typical clientele, a lot of high levels like CEOs, owners of businesses, anywhere from them to the gentleman who really enjoys like finer clothing. So anywhere in between there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if someone were listening, they wanted to get a hold of you, or what would you recommend where would you recommend they shop, or would they come to you for a full custom suit?
So what I always recommend, and getting to know the client, since I basically build the wardrobe, and from there I can recommend accessories all the way up to the actual suit. And there's 5 levels of the suits that we can offer. So our top of the line is Oxford, and with Oxford it's 100% bespoke tailoring, and it really gives the tailors the control to create a softer, more flexible garment. It really forms and molds to your body over time. And then the level down from that would be Ventura, which is actually made in the Oxford facility as well, and that is about 90% handwork and laser cut in Maryland. So,
Okay.
and then the other levels all depend on the amount of handwork and expertise that go into that. So,
Okay. Great. So how can someone get a hold of you?
not
for-
only, yeah, of course.
for our viewers.
Well, you can obviously call the number listed. You can my personal cell phone. You can go on the website and propose what we call a laydown. So you would reach out and say, hey, I'm in the market for maybe 1 or 2 suits, and we take it from there. And
Okay.
really question and get to know your lifestyle, the ins and outs of what you do, so we can recommend the best cloth for you.
Right.
Because, for example, an owner of a construction company who's in and out all day on construction sites, I wouldn't obviously recommend Oxford at the top of the line for him, because it's a very fine cloth, and the wear and tear over time wouldn't be as beneficial as opposed to the entry level, which would be corporate image or executive collection, which is very breathable as well. So
Okay. Okay. I see you have 2 numbers. Is it best the cell phone or
yes,
the office?
the cell phone would be
Okay,
the
perfect.
best to reach.
And then the website is tomjames.com?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. And then, so for, say someone can't afford to get a custom tailored suit, what would you recommend they do?
We have also custom shirts, pants. I can recommend accessories. You can also, I can steer you in the correct direction in terms of store, depending on your personal preference. So it all depends on the specific style and what you
That's
do,
nice.
basically.
So you offer consulting as well.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Okay. All right. Great. So I think at this point we're gonna take a quick break and go to commercial. You're watching Tell Us Your Biz, and this is Charles Miller with Tom James. We'll be
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
You are listening to Tell Us Your Business, where our invited guests share all the knowledge of their business and how important it is what they do in our community. If you want to be part of the conversation, call into the show at 888-565-1470 and tell us what's on your mind. Now, back to Tell Us Your Business.
Hi, and welcome back to Tell Us Your Biz. I'm Yolanda Santana with NetSense. And again, I have today Charles Miller, who is a professional clothier with Tom James.
It's great to be here.
It's fantastic. So we were just talking on commercial break that it's not just men's clothing that you do, it's also women's. Tell us a little bit more about that.
With both men's and women's clothing, it's all about of course, the personal preference, and again, the style and what you do in terms of if you're in the office all day or outside, really client facing. So depending on that, then we just gear you right towards what you need to wear.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And then, can you tell us a little bit about how best to take care of our very fine suits?
The very fine suits and the care of them is very particular because you wouldn't want to, especially with Tom James garments, you wouldn't want to take them to the dry cleaners too often. Everything besides, of course, the shirts, because they're very close to your body. But the suits and different fabrics, depending on the fabric, because of the construction, and not sure if you know this, but the amount of chemicals that dry cleaning incorporates is quite harsh on the actual garment. So, for example, with we'll just keep it with Oxford. An Oxford garment, once or twice a year at most, because of the breathability and the luxurious feel, it's a self-cleaning garment. So,
Oh, wow. Okay. Being that you've only been down here 3 months, I'm sure you've encountered the heat being a problem, especially with clothes.
Very much so.
So what would you recommend, because I know that people have to clean their clothes a little bit more often than that, for the person that's, has to be outside a little bit more than your standard executive,
Yes.
as far as fabric types?
Fabric types. With our entry-level collection, executive collection, and then going up from there, it's all with the incorporation of the different amounts of fabric. Again, it's the main point would be taking it to the dry cleaner, of course, more than 2 to 3 times. But going from there, just making sure that you have a good rotation. So,
Yeah, definitely. That's necessary.
mhm.
Okay. So you also do women's clothing. Tell us a little bit more about that. Is it just the suits?
It's the suits, blouses, different fabrics. We can, of course, provide the accessories as well. So, yeah.
And in your office here, do you have a staff, you have assistants, or is it just yourself?
It is myself and 4 other people.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what would be your standard turnaround time? Say someone comes into your location and wants an alteration to an existing suit, an existing Tom James suit.
Hmm. We can do non-Tom James suits as well,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just the standard cost of what the tailor proposes to us. But going from there, it's all about if it's like a side seam or the half back and different things like that. So just depending on the alteration itself.
So like a day, 2 days?
Oh, the turnaround?
Yeah.
Probably about within the week.
Okay.
Nothing too extensive. So
All right, that's pretty good. And then how would be a full suit?
a fully tailored canvas garment, depending on the level and the selection. And that's why I keep, reincorporating that aspect of it, is because that's the most important part into how long the cycle really takes. It's about 6 to 8 weeks, which is a little bit longer, but that's because the fabrics aren't cut until we take the precise measurements.
Right.
And we go over with expert tailors, and from there, we really conversate and make sure we're locking in the correct pattern, so alterations and everything are applied moving forward, and we don't have to continuously revisit the small adjustments over time.
Right, right.
And we can build the correct wardrobe for that client.
Okay. We also talked about what you actually tell us a little bit more about the different types of garments that you would do for occasions.
Occasions, of course, we can do casual wear all the way up to, again, the business professional, weekend wear, formal wear, tuxedos, basically any occasion that you can think of. We're really there to fit your needs. It's all about your needs. We basically suggest different styles and things of that sort. It's 2 votes to 1 because, of course, you're wearing the garment. We just suggest and make sure it looks and is well fitted for you specifically. So,
Okay. So, Charles, tell me, what's your favorite part about this?
the relationship side of things.
Yeah?
I really enjoy getting to know my clients and build a relationship with them going forward.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What is your least favorite side?
I wouldn't really say I have a least favorite side, to be
Right.
completely honest, because it's all about learning how to best fit the individual. And there's obviously going to continuously be challenges in different areas. And it's all about overcoming and making sure that what you're doing is for the best of the individual and how to incorporate the patterns.
Okay, okay. So, if someone were listening and they wanted to get your advice, and by the way, you're watching this on AMP2 TV Productions. If you had any questions for Charles, please give us a call at 888-565-1470. Again, that's 888-565-1470. So yeah, would there be any tips for people to stay away from with fabric types or patterns?
Fabric types and patterns. Well, if you're extremely tall, you wouldn't want to wear pinstripes because that would make you look even taller, like
Right.
you're on stilts.
Okay.
And for the wider individual, you wouldn't wear like extremely wide window panes or anything like that. And of course, depending on the color and skin tone and everything else, it all is based upon what brings out the best in everyone. So.
Okay, cool. And then, so what trends are you seeing that are coming out that are, or can you say is going to be popular?
Well, what's popular a lot at the moment is a lot of window pane is a personal favorite of mine, and I always recommend that. Don't have it on today, but that's traditional blue and French blue, brighter colors because of course South Florida is
Right.
all about the sunshine. So
Okay.
yeah,
And then as far as like, I see what you're wearing is what would you call that? Like a wider tie? It's not really wide, not really skinny.
the traditional
Traditional tie.
Yeah,
Okay.
standard. I have a widespread collar, and then this is more of like a bird's eye in terms of the pattern for the suit. It appears solid, but if you get up close to it, it has a light pattern. So
Okay. Yeah, I can't see it from here. All right, this is a really nice suit.
thank you.
Is it a Tom James?
It is.
All right. Is there anything else you want to tell the viewer or our listeners on 95.3 FM and 1470 AM about Tom James and how to get a hold of you?
What I would say, anyone out there that is really looking to revamp their wardrobe, get about the lifestyle that they really desire in terms of finer cloth, or just wants to try out a new pair of pants that's different than what they currently have because we are custom, I would highly recommend giving myself or one of the other individuals in my office a shout. So.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Well, thank you. You've been watching Tell Us Your Biz. We still have a few more minutes. Again, my name is Yolanda Santana with NetSense. And this is Charles Miller, professional clothier with Tom James. Even though he's only been with them a few months, he has vast knowledge of the company, of fabric. So you guys should definitely look him up. They're on 1499 West Palmetto Park Road, Suite 100, Boca Raton, Florida, 33486. And that's tomjames.com. Anything else?
I think that's it. It's a pleasure being here, and thanks for having me.
Oh, it's been fantastic having you. Thank you for coming. You can reach me at getnetsense.com. My number is 561-819-5396. Thanks again for joining us on Tell Us Your Biz, and have a great evening.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an amp2.tv production. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not